Hi everybody, it's Ryan Froelich from Keller Williams Realty, Lakeside in Macomb County, and I'm making a video. This is a video blog, and we're blogging about how to buy your first home. It's how to buy your first home. I know it's a scary process, and so we're making this video for first-time home buyers. We're going to run down the process of what it is to buy a home. And once you understand the process, little things that will be involved, and you can understand that it takes time to do this, you got to be patient with it. You're going to have to spend some time with agents and mortgage brokers and title companies, and you're going to have to be patient with it. But also, if you had knowledge about what you're going to be working with, it won't be so hard when you get into the process. So the number one thing that you want to do when you're looking to purchase your first home, number one, you want to make sure you get your financing. Make sure that you get financing in place. That's number one. Number two is to find a realtor. A realtor can help you get your financing in place, and they might have somebody that they can refer you to. They should actually have somebody that they can refer you to in order to get financing for a home. So what we're going to do here is step number one and step number two, we're going to put them together. We're going to say find a mortgage broker, which you can find it doesn't necessarily have to be a broker, but you go find it your local bank that you bank with, a credit union, or you find a mortgage broker, a mortgage rep that can write loans, and see if you can get approved, because you need an approval first to start looking at homes. Most agents will not work without approvals, put it that way. And you need an approval to start looking, because you need to discover how much you can spend on a home. If you think you can get approved for $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $50,000, $25,000, you need to figure that out to determine what kind of home you can purchase. So then the real estate agent can, when you meet your agent that you choose to desire to work with, can help you know exactly what you can look for and what you can't look for. It saves time for you, it saves time for the agent. We know in this society, it's definitely a busy society. People can have a lot of things going on in their lives. If you're all on the same page, it's easy. It makes it an easy process, smooth process, and a quicker process. Real estate can be tedious. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in real estate. There's a lot of things that can take time. You got to really work with it. You can't give up on it. You got to know that there's a process behind it. If you know the process, it'll be a lot easier for you when you purchase your first home. And so number three, you're going to make sure that after you've located your real estate agent, I'm going to first tell you a little bit. With a real estate agent, make sure they got knowledge about a home. Ask them a little bit about themselves, what they know about a home, and let them sell themselves to you. Make sure you feel comfortable with the person you're working with, because you're going to be spending your whole life in this home most likely. If you don't keep it, you'll sell it and move on, but you want to make sure that your home has a solid foundation, that you know about the home, that the agent can tell you a little bit about the home before you end up purchasing the home. It's a wise decision. Always make sure that you have an inspection by a professional inspector. Unless you have a lot of knowledge about a property, they're not going to understand. The third thing that you want to do after you pick your real estate agent and you figure out what you're financing, how much you're approved for, you want to sit down with your real estate agent. You want to pick how many beds. You should tell them exactly what you're looking for. Ask the agent, what areas can I look in for this price, and kind of do some research in the market. If you know the area you want to move in, awesome. But let them know the features, the bedrooms, how many bedrooms you want, how many bathrooms you want, do you want a basement, do you want a garage, how many car garage, how big does a home have to be, square footage, does it have to be recently built, do you want a new home, what things are you looking for? And if you write these things down, get an idea of what you're working with, so your real estate agent can work for you and find what you're looking for. It can save you time, save him time. It can make the process a lot easier and smoother between you and them. So, sit down with your agent. Number four, you want to make sure after number four, you're going to get out there and you're going to look. You're going to get knowledge about it. You're going to get your approval. You're going to find your agent. You're going to end up finding what kind of property you're looking for. He's going to put a list, the agent, whoever it is, a woman or a man, is going to put this list together, and they're going to find out you're going to take you through the homes. They're going to run you through the homes. They're going to allow you to look through homes and see which homes you feel like you like. When you locate that home that you just love, you know there's going to be yours, you want it, you're going to put an offer in. And when you put your offer in, you're going to sit down with the real estate agent. You can go to his office, you can do it at that home, or you can do it at a local business entity like a Starbucks, a Staples. You can write up the offer, the purchase. We call it a purchase agreement in the business. It would be your binding contract to show that you're interested in the home. You will put that contract in place. You will sign the contract. The real estate agent will share his knowledge with you. He'll run through the contract, allow you to know that this is what the contract means. Majority of the times in a business, there are standard contracts that are used that have been approved by boards, lawyer firms, and so on and so forth. Over the years, they've perfected these documents, and most realtors use these standard documents. They'll run you through them. They protect you for when in the court of law. Make sure a couple things when you're writing them. Make sure you get an inspection, especially being your first property. Make sure you get an inspection. They give you 10 days most of the time to do that. Put 10-day period on there for an inspection. So now the real estate agent, he will turn that in. He'll turn that into his company, or to the company that has the home listed for sale. And the home that the people that own the home, they will determine whether they want to accept your offer or not. Majority of the time, you will know within 3 days, 48 hours to 72 hours, you'll know whether an offer is going to be accepted on your home. You could know that day. It all depends. But most of the time, you know about 72 hours. So what ends up happening after that, if the offer doesn't get accepted, you continue your journey looking for a home. And when you continue your journey looking for a home, what you will end up doing is you find it, locate, and do the same process over again. But when it gets accepted, when your offer gets accepted on a home that you like, what will happen is the agent will start working with your mortgage rep. He'll start working with the title company. The title company will make sure there's no back liens on your home. They'll represent you as a lawyer, and they will help put title policies in place. If you have any more questions about those things, ask the agent that you work with. Also, so the mortgage company, the title company will work together with the other agents, and they'll get all the paperwork together, and they'll seal it together so they can put a closing date in place. When you get the closing date, and after you have to, also remember though, you have to do your inspection within 10 days after the offer is inspected. Ask your real estate agent for an inspector. If you want to find your own, that's fine too. Some people find to be more comfortable with finding their own because they think that real estate agents possibly might have a relationship with this inspector and tell them not to, to make them buy the home. But you can do what you want to do. My opinion is, choose the real estate agent's inspector if you trust that agent, because that agent, he wants return business in the future. So if he's wise, he'll make sure he chooses somebody that's right for you. So that's with trusting your agent and working with your agent. So after that, you do your inspection. You make sure the inspection passes. If you don't like the inspection, you say, I don't want the property. It allows you out. You get your money back, your earnest money that you put down on the contract when you submitted your offer. You get that back. If you like it, you tell the agent, I like it, let's move forward. You move forward, they process the paperwork, and when they process the paperwork, what ends up happening, you meet at the title company, and that title company will help close out the deal. Sometimes with a mortgage, it can take up to half hour, 45 minutes to do a closing. Cash sales are honest, they're a lot quicker, there's less paperwork involved, less people involved. Most times it takes about 45 days for a closing. It can take 30 to 45 days, sometimes 60. If it's a short sale, it can take up to 6 months. Ask your real estate agent about these things. So after you do this, you own your first home, and that's the process. And then you get to live in your home. You get to make it what you want it to be. You have your journey in life. If it's your first time you're buying a home, it's a time where you get to now begin a new season of your life, and that's owning a home. And it's definitely a blessing to own your own home. And my name is Ryan Froelich. I'm from Keller Williams Realty. I worked in Macomb, Oakland County areas, some Wayne County. This depends. You got to call me if you find this video, and I will see how I can help you. My number is 586-567-1770. Again, that's 586-567-1770. My name is Ryan Froelich, and I'm a Keller Williams real estate agent. Have a wonderful day.